further ado, let's head on to the iceberg. The tip of the iceberg: botting accounts. Like most social media, TikTok has a botting problem. Users that want followers can easily look up how to buy TikTok followers on Google and be met instantly with millions of results, most being shady websites with, let's just say, some non-ideal prices. Not only can you buy followers, but you can buy views, likes, and even comments. I don't know how lame you have to be to do that stuff. Jail talk. Jail talk is a term used for inmates which have their cellular devices with them and make TikToks. These videos are for the most part innocent and wholesome, with the comment section usually joking about how they can escape. They're not hurting anybody, but there is a reason why they are in jail in the first place, which is why they are on this list at the tip of the iceberg. Fetishization of murder.
Hey, who likes fetishes of murdering people?
TikTok is a place for anyone with any interest. It's no doubt some people are interested in murderers. I mean, my whole channel is dedicated to morbid topics. But some people, mainly young teens, push the boundary a little when they begin romanticizing these murderers. Take Cameron Herron, for example. In April of this year, this 21-year-old man was sentenced to a total of 24 years in prison for killing a 24-year-old mom and her baby during an illegal street race. Yet people on TikTok were begging for his freedom because he is quote-unquote cute. With dedicated fan edits, comments like, chances should be given and he deserves it, and he's innocent, please let him go, or justice for him. I think it's safe to say that the teenage girls that are writing these comments have no real sense of murder and have no idea how this affects the family. Hey Emily, just because you sat through the entirety of true crime on Netflix doesn't mean you have a special connection with murderers. It's not only male murderers that are simped for, though. There was also the case of Isabella Guzman, who in 2013 was the age 18 and stabbed her mother 151 times, killing her. TikTok teens began requesting for her freedom because one,
yo, what's up, Zimvi, my Zimbu?
They just thought she was cool, and two, people said that the only reason she killed her mom was due to being abused, though that was never proven, so
Skibbity fucking toilet.
Fetishization of school shooters. Just like young teens simp for murderers, they also simp for school shooters. Most notably, Devin Erickson, which we actually talked about on this channel back in March. Anyway, it's exactly what you'd expect. Fan edits, comments saying he's hot, and I wouldn't doubt some asking for his freedom. Speaking of romanticizing school shooters, I remember FTP made a couple shirts referencing the Columbine school shooters, Eric and Dylan, and in one shirt, there's a print of both of them after they committed. I don't know who started this trend of thinking school shooters are people you should idolize, because they're not. They're shit humans that took away lives of innocent people. Buying rare usernames. Rare usernames are exactly that. Usernames that are 3 to 4 letters each, or usernames that are a single word or name. Twitter and Instagram also have these communities which sell and buy rare usernames. These purchases take place outside of the app on forums and sell for upwards of $4,500. Usually these purchases are made using cryptocurrency, but at the end of the day, it is up for the people within the deal to decide. Fake TikTok login sites. This is a scam that aims to steal your account by collecting your username and password. Scammers do this by sending you a fake login site that looks just like the real TikTok website, except the only difference is the URL. The URL should be tiktok.com, but instead is something like tiktoklogin.site. Once putting your information in, you'll be met with a fake 404 error screen. The surface. Faking disability.
Guys, OnlyFans collab with Jeremiah coming soon.
On TikTok did some detective work and found out that the account at Adopted and Disabled Child was actually a guy pretending to be disabled. For what? I'm assuming for clout and then collecting donations afterwards. All credit to her because she actually found out that the quote-unquote disabled man in the video is a soccer player for a Norwegian football team. I don't know what goes on through your head to say, you know what? I should fake a disability today and post it on TikTok. Eventually, your friends and family will find out, and if not, then a random girl on TikTok will. Lopez brothers. Okay, I honestly don't want to waste my breath on these fucking idiots, so I'm gonna make this one really quick. Yes, they are both guilty of soliciting minors.
Sub to Jay's OnlyFans? Yes, sir. Go sub to my OnlyFans, guys.
And you are how old?
23.
Yeah. You know what can happen to you?
I do.
You can end up in jail.
I do realize that.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
There is proof.
She's 14. And you are how old?
23.
Yeah. You know what can happen to you?
I do.
You can end up in jail.
I do realize that.
And yes, for some reason, little girls still love them.
So weird.
Jarob. Jarob
So
was
weird.
a TikToker with 4
Bro,
million followers.
fucking
His
14
content
years old?
consisted of being
How could you,
politically
Cooper?
correct and
14
yeah,
years
that was
old,
it.
Cooper.
His TikToks would get millions of views, and I'm sure you've seen them on your For You page at some point. Well, last month, multiple minors came out explaining that Jarob had groomed them. One of them, the one that got the most views, was a boy by the name of DYLG16. This person goes on to explain that Jarob is a disgusting hypocrite and abuses his clout to groom and prey upon underage boys. He goes on to say that Joe asked for his Snapchat during a live stream, and that led to Joe being invited to Zoom calls with his
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Don't know yet? Find an answer at Dallas College. Whether you're
friends. Joe would send him and his minor friends online BDSM tests and would ask to see their scores so he could see what their kinks were. He then personally invited the 16-year-old minor to stay with him at a 1-bedroom Airbnb. He even offered to buy him alcohol. And if that wasn't damning enough, Jarob ended up deleting his account shortly after these allegations came out.
Damn.
Bro, if there's one thing I don't like, it's fucking
That's crazy.
bro. Get the
So
fuck
your
out
ass-
of here.
that's what
You're
your ass
weird.
is.
You're weird. You're weird. Cartel
Weird.
TikTok. Cartel TikTok is a
Cartel
series of TikToks that
TikTok!
display the lavish lifestyle of the cartel. Or
Where do I see myself in
the bright
5
side of it,
years?
if that's what you want to call
Doing
it.
this?
All of the
Not
expensive
gonna lie.
cars, houses, jewelry, and money. There have also been some more violent ones of members shooting at rival gangs and the police. Apparently, I'm saying apparently because this is word of mouth, teenagers from the US were really intrigued by the lifestyle and asked if they could join the cartel. Some cartel members would respond and
Crazy
say yeah,
cartel.
and they would force these teenagers to smuggle drugs for them. I'm assuming into Mexico. As of now, TikTok has taken down any hashtags related to the cartel. Zombie Woman. Zombie Woman is the nickname given to a woman in distress recorded
Happy
from
late
a neighbor
420,
earlier
sir.
this year in May in Seattle, Washington.
fuck
Now,
yeah.
I've tried researching what actually is the story behind this video, but there isn't really a solid story. So, I'm just going to read you guys some popular theories. The
my
first
God.
theory is that
I'm
this
dying.
woman is a victim of domestic abuse due to dyeing her
Jerry.
hair pink and her boyfriend not liking
What
it.
you looking
Also
for?
forgot to mention that in that same theory, the boyfriend allegedly ripped her hair out due to not liking the pink. That's the most I could find for that one. The second theory is that this woman is just on some type of heavy drug like bath salts.
Damn.
The third theory is that this woman is a victim
Chat,
of
yo,
human
hit that
trafficking
sub, hit
and
that
she
bell for
had
Jerry,
escaped
man.
through it.
Pray.
Someone said that she was holding a pseudo baby to cope with her real
Yo,
baby being killed.
chat.
Again, these are just theories.
Who wants to pay for Jerry's tickets? On God,
The
we'll
body.
get someone to pay for
Indian
tickets right now.
Trend. Yes, you heard that right. I know I'm gonna censor a lot for this video. Hope you guys still watch it. Before TikTok was banned in India, in
I'm
the
turning
summer of
20 years
2020, a
old.
popular Indian user by the name of Muhiba
We
Rahman
got 13
and his
people here.
friend
Y'all,
filmed
hey,
and
one of y'all need
uploaded
to
a
donate. You need
disturbing
to
video where
give
they
Jerry
edited a woman's
and pay for
video.
Jerry's
I'm assuming
tickets,
the
bro.
woman's video was made
His
to
tickets
raise
are $3
awareness of
grand.
sexual abuse, but these two men used that as an opportunity to make it seem like they just got done.
His
using
tickets-
her.
oh, it's
Another
$1,000,
popular
chat.
Indian
It's $1,000.
influencer
They're asking
uploaded
how
a
much
similar
it is.
video, but instead lip synced to a song
It's
with the lyrics,
$1,000 for
"Only
his
I have a
tickets.
right over your
Bet
body." Eventually,
Jay
women
is
of India
legal?
took to Twitter to report this new trend, and the chairperson of the National Commission for Women in India took note of this and managed to get TikTok to ban the trend. Holocaust challenge.
The
Yo,
Holocaust
I can't
challenge?
even believe some of the stuff I'm saying right now. Like this is
What
real
is-
stuff
what
that happened on
is
TikTok.
that?
In August of 2020, a new trend began emerging in US TikTok. In this trend, teenagers would pretend to be Jews that had died during the Holocaust.
Get that. Yo, wait, what? Yo, how is this a trend, bro? The
Diane
Holocaust
Saltzman,
trend?
the director of Survivor Affairs at the U.S.
Yo,
Holocaust
hey, whoa,
Museum,
whoa,
told
hey, whoa,
Insider,
hey, whoa,
imitating
hey, whoa.
Holocaust experiences dishonors the memory of victims, is
Jay,
offensive to
legal.
survivors, and trivializes the history. I don't know how fucking stupid you have to be to do this shit, bro. That's just weird and disrespectful. Fucking weirdo. I like that I could shit on these people and like there's no backlash because they all do stupid shit. Give me more ideas for Iceberg Part 2 for TikTok so I can shit on more people. Ronnie McNutt video. In 2020,
Who the fuck is
mobile
Ronnie
TikToks would be
McNutt?
posted onto the app. Well, that's what people thought. Until the TikTok
Ronnie
would then cut to a
McNutt,
clip
y'all.
of a man shooting himself in the head with a rifle. Well,
Ice
he
Spice
actually
is a
shoots
baddie.
himself
She
in the
knows she
face,
she
not-
knows she a 10.
Like, we're like, all right.
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys have probably seen the video. These TikToks were disguised as your average dancing videos, memes, K-pop fan cams, and everything else, but were meant to traumatize kids on the app. In case
About
you're
to bust
wondering
a nut?
exactly who
Alright,
started
bro.
making these
Mickey
videos,
Knight.
there is no lead, but I'm sure we can all assume it was some edgy teen
Yo, it's
who just
Mr.
wanted to
Lust.
make some kids' days that much worse. The man in the video is Ronnie McNutt, age 33. A
Dude.
friend of his named John Steen.
That look like Ronnie McNutt. Ain't gonna lie, that dude. Hey, Jerry, doesn't this guy look like Ronnie McNutt? This is for real, Ronnie McNutt. He grooms children. That guy that I showed you, he grooms kids. I like reacting to that kind of stuff.
who was a live viewer of the stream, confirmed that the rumor of Ronnie doing this, quote, because his girlfriend broke up with him, is entirely false. He explains that Ronnie did this due to suffering from PTSD and depression.
Chat.
TikTok
Gabriel
beheading
loves
video.
grooming.
In the
I'm just
summer
playing.
of this year, a video began circulating on TikTok that showed a little girl dancing and then cut to a
I'm in the
video
Discord.
of
Yes,
someone
yeah,
being
guys,
beheaded.
join the
We're
Discord. You
assuming
haven't joined the
it's
Discord yet.
Mexican cartel
It's
because
in the-
they are
it's in
speaking
the-
Spanish in the
in the
video.
tab link
Everyone
on the
assumed
community
this
tab.
person in the video to be her. Well, spoiler alert, it's not. They're two different people. It's just a random girl, and it cuts to a Mexican cartel video. Like the Ronnie McNutt video, this spread like wildfire. I'm sure people would just post the video itself, or like cut the clip into a normal TikTok and trick people into thinking they're watching a normal TikTok, and then it cuts to that clip. Anyway, like I was saying, the girl dancing and the person in the other video are not the same person. That person is a man by the name of Rodolfo Bellucci, which coincidentally has the same body type as
Rodolfo!
the girl. If you're wondering how a teen
Rodolfo!
girl and a grown man were mistaken to be the
Buddy!
same person, well, almost all gore videos seem like they're filmed on a fucking Chromebook, so the
Oh,
best
God.
is 360p. Abyss. Cassie Compton. In January of 2021, a video posted on TikTok went viral due to showing a woman sitting in the backseat of a car. She had two black eyes and was slumped over staring at the camera, almost silently pleading for help. People compared this woman to Cassie Compton, a 15-year-old who disappeared from her home in Stuttgart, Arkansas on September 14th of 2014.
Yo,
These
wait,
were later found out
what?
to be two completely different people, and the
Oh shit, that's crazy. That is crazy.
The woman in the video was confirmed by family to be Haley Grace Phillips. She had been reported missing by a family member who saw the video, but on her own account had just left home due to a falling out
That's crazy, bro. How the fuck did she get? I mean, that's fucking
with her father.
crazy.
So, you know, she didn't think she was missing. She just like left home. She went on to host a few Instagram live streams where in the first one she says, "I don't know who this Cassie bitch is," which already gave her a negative look. And when asked about the black eyes, she explains that she had been jumped and robbed by two women when leaving the store, and the men in the car were friends of hers helping her track down the attackers. Many were still skeptical to if she was telling the truth or if her abusers were telling her to
Yeah,
say
she
these
is for
things.
sure
Though
fucking
we have
capping.
no idea what the actual truth is because she
Appreciate
disabled
them
her
sub.
account and never gave the public any more details. Austin 13. Austin Morosky was a TikToker with many followers who was accused
God
of
damn, bro, I don't
his
smoke
5-year-old
swishers no
sister.
more, bro.
Yep. You heard that
Fuck
right.
the
So
swishers.
basically, there is no hard evidence that I could find to this case. It's all just word of mouth from people that went to high school with him. So the story goes that he allegedly raped his little sister of 5 years old when he
What?
was 9, and then was sent off to a juvenile detention
What?
center during high school. Yes, during high school, which is already weird.
Bro, you not even ugly, gang. How the fuck you gonna rape your bro? What? What? Bro, he's not, bro. I know you could have got some fucking, bro. I know you could have pulled in high school, bro. You got hit on your little sister, your 5-year-old sister. What?
Goes that he allegedly raped his little sister of 5 years old when he was 9, and then was sent off to a
Oh, when he was 9. Okay, I hear that. When he was 9. When he was 9. I heard that when he was 9, he did that. When he was 9, he did that shit.
juvenile detention center during high school. Yes, during high school, which is already weird as part of the story because to enter juvie, there's not like an age limit. You could be 6 and be in juvie, so theoretically he should have gone to juvie right when he did it, not during high school. Or maybe the story is that the information got leaked while he was in high school. But again, this is all word of mouth. Anyway, people on TikTok started rushing to spread awareness about this guy. He eventually ended up releasing an apology.
Hey everybody, my name's Austin Morosky, and the reason I'm making this TikTok is to educate my followers, friends, and family. Regardless of the lack of knowledge
Yo, what happened? Is that his sister in the background?
that's concerning my life and my family, I as a TikToker and a man will continue to make
Bro, I'm watching
my
this
fans happy
crazy
and
ass
entertained.
shit right now.
I just want my true supporters to know that if you happen to get in the same scenario like myself, don't beat yourself up. Let this be a lesson to my followers.
Yeah, no one's gonna be in the
watching
same scenario as that, bro.
That words
That guy's weird.
will and can affect someone's life, along with the cyberbullying.
Which, by the way, is one of the worst apology videos I've seen. It's
Yeah,
right up
it's
there
really
with James
bad.
Charles and David Dobrik. You'd expect
James
him to
Charles
be like,
and
no,
David
I did not
Dobrik?
rape my sister, or yes, guys, I did it. But he just dodges the question. He acknowledges nothing. He tells his supporters that words can affect you and to keep your head up during hard times. He victimizes himself. I'm assuming this is why people think he's 100% guilty. Though we'll never really know because those juvenile records aren't available
We're
to the
watching
public
this,
since they're
guy.
minors.
Bro,
Lady
we're
Cat
going
Killer.
over, dude.
In
This guy,
2020,
this
there
kid, bro, he raped his fucking little sister when she was 5 and he was 9, and he went to juvie about it. And then years later, people on TikTok found out, and they were trying to end his shit. And he made an apology video, and that shit was so bad. And his sister was in the background. It was so weird, bro. Oh, that shit was weird as fuck.
There was a person that would go on Omegle with the tag furry
Yeah, y'all
from
see
12
that shit,
a.m.
bro? That shit
We
was
empower
crazy.
those who act,
Cooper's
those who manage risk by anticipating each
Bro, I
movement.
gotta chill. I gotta
Identify
chill,
the
bro. I
goal,
gotta chill.
Match power with precision. Reach new heights. CME Group, where risk meets opportunity.
Oh god, yo, Jay, I'm just. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Cooper's not a real person, yo.
to 2 a.m. and would show off skinned and burned
Unrealistic.
cats, cat skulls, and other things of that nature. Even though this happened on Omegle, the quote-unquote lady would post on TikTok,
The
which
crazy
is why
cat
it's on
lady?
this iceberg. If you were on
Who is
TikTok
that
at the
on
time, you
TikTok?
might remember the amount of people that were
Gabriel.
talking about this. Shout out to the Netflix documentary, Don't Fuck With Cats. I love that. I love
Hey,
that.
ask Gabriel if you
It
ever
was
heard of
never
the crazy
proven
cat
or
lady
not
on
as
TikTok.
to if she was the person on TikTok, considering many accounts were made due to getting banned.
Hey, have you
But
ever heard
whoever
about the
was on
crazy
the
cat
account
lady on
seemed to be
TikTok?
trying to pull off the "you'll never catch me" scheme. Which,
Guys, I'm
no,
gonna call-
it was
phone call
2020,
with
your
James
ass is gonna
Franco.
get caught. And actually, law enforcement did get involved, and it is
Alright.
most likely that
You
this
ever heard
person
about
was
that
tracked
shit?
down and
The,
charged. Though we'll never have
bro,
any
so the
confirmation
lady, I
because we
guess,
don't know
eating
the
her
cat
cats
killer's
on,
name,
like,
which means
TikTok
we can't
and
look it
shit.
up on public records.
And she got like arrested.
Bethany Martin. One of the most recent situations from
Bro,
this
I'm watching
entire
it like
iceberg
these-
is the
the
case of
iceberg
Bethany
of,
Martin and her minor friend.
a
On July
fucking
28th
TikTok,
in San
bro.
Antonio,
It's like a bunch of
Texas,
weird
this
shit.
girl and her friend saw someone hanging from the railing of a drainage ditch. The 25-year-old man had just committed suicide, and instead of calling the police, well, one of the teens filmed the other one
Creed
stealing
is
his
the best.
necklace.
Creed is fire.
Removing it from his lifeless body. To make matters even worse,
Us
they filmed
remembering
it and
we
posted
found
it
a
on
body this
Snapchat.
morning?
I have no idea how stupid you have to be to film yourself committing a crime. I mean, because
wait,
if you
so
think
if
about
you
it, they
see a
could have
dead
gotten
body
away
and you
with
don't
it.
report
And I'm
to
not
police, is that
condoning
a
them
crime?
getting away with it. But seriously, how stupid? Like, just not don't film it. Again, I am not condoning what they did. Good that they got caught. I'm glad they were idiots and filmed it. But like, bro, it's.
Oh,
that
they
was
pulled a Logan
stupid. When asked
Paul.
by
They
the
filmed
police
that
why she
shit.
stole the
There's a
necklace,
dead body
she
and
says
they
that
filmed
it
that
matched
shit.
her fashion
Y'all wanna
style.
see a dead
Honestly,
body?
I didn't expect any better reasoning from this
Hey,
girl.
chill,
The
yo.
police returned
Who
the
here
jewelry
watch
to the
fucking
family. Bethany was
Boys
arrested
in
and
the Hood? Hey,
charged with
y'all wanna
theft
see
of
a dead
clothes.
body?
Her bond was set to
Y'all wanna see a dead body?
$2,000, and
I'll
she
show
has
y'all a
since
dead
been
body.
released from jail. The minor was also
stinks.
charged with the same thing. The Dark Abyss. Zachary Lathan. Often dubbed
was
the
Logan
TikToker
Paul, but I
who
don't think
killed
any
his
other
neighbor
streamer
for
did it.
clout, Zachary Lathan did just that. Though whether he did it for clout or not is
I can't believe he
unknown.
did that
Here's a
shit.
rundown of the story. Zachary had been having problems with his neighbors due to driving recklessly in the neighborhood. At one point, he films a woman that's part of the family.
Oh my
and
god,
calls
I
her
remember
Karen
this kid, bro.
repeatedly.
You
He
remember
then
this guy?
allegedly
What's his
swerved
name?
his car. The Dark Abyss.
I forgot what his name is.
Zachary
Latham on TikTok. He was a famous TikToker, bro. And he
Often
fucking like
dubbed the
killed somebody.
TikToker who
This
killed his
motherfucker.
neighbor
Come
for-
on, like, I know you've seen this shit before. Like this guy's face. He used to like do a lot of like racing shit on TikTok. I forgot what he
Clout.
did. I
Zachary
forgot what he
Lathan
I
did
forgot watch
just
the
that,
story
though
right
whether
now.
he did it for clout or not is unknown. Here's a rundown of the story. Zachary had been having
No.
problems with his neighbors due to driving recklessly
do
in the
that?
neighborhood. At one point, he films a
Look,
woman
this
that's
is who he-
part
this
of
is
the
who he
family
killed.
and calls her a Karen repeatedly. He then allegedly
No, no,
swerved
this
his
guy.
car into their son's bike while he's biking. Eventually, the family's
That was
son
the
and
trenches?
father
No,
confront
that's the
Zach by
guy.
going to his
He
house,
killed,
and meanwhile, Zach's wife is recording everything. Yeah, the dude had a wife at the age of 18. Anyway, Zach
He had a
ends up
wife
going
at
hate mode
18?
and
What the
stabs
fuck?
William in the armpit, puncturing his lung.
Oh, he
killing
stabbed
him.
one-
People
the-
say
that
this was
lady's
an attempt
son
to
in the
gain
armpit.
TikTok clout since the wife was
they
recording,
ran up
but
on-
I
they ran up on
personally
him in
think
his
it's just a
garage,
man
but
with
it's
mental and
basically
anger
like-
issues not knowing limits.
But you
Also,
can't do
the
that.
argument that he did it for clout is odd
can't just
considering
stand
the
up,
dude
like,
he
stab him like
killed
that.
came up on his property first.
Yeah,
You would
it's him.
think
He was
that
in the
he
army
would
and
go
shit.
to the neighbor's house, kill him over there. But no, the people came up to his side, and I'm not defending it again. That kid's a fucking idiot. But yeah, rest in peace to that man. Rest in peace. Joseph Jimenez. Another
Joseph
recent
Jimenez.
event from this list is this Joseph Jimenez
No,
movie
this is a
theater
different person.
shooting. This happened last month in California. Anthony
was he
Barajas,
thinking,
a
bro? I seen that
19-year-old
post.
TikToker
It
with
was
about a
alright.
million
Y'all
followers,
like-
and his friend Riley Goodrich went
Yeah,
out to
but
watch
he
the
ain't gonna
Forever
lie, bro, I
Purge,
dig-
where they were
that
shot
was
and
just-
killed by a 20-year-old
that was
man by
funny,
the name
ain't
of
gonna lie.
Joseph Dumbass Jimenez. A reporter actually conducted an interview with this person, so I'll give you guys some takeaways from that. The movie theater was mostly empty. There were
I
only
gotta
a total of
find
6
it.
people, 3 of those being Riley, Jimenez, and Anthony.
He
The
shot up
other
a
3
movie
were
theater.
Jimenez's friends. Halfway during the movie, Jimenez went to go get something from his car, and he told his friends that he came back with a gun. In the article, it says that his friends
That one
left
that
the
showed the
parking
one
lot.
was in
I guess
handcuffs.
like
He went.
weird.
They were at the
were
movie
fucking
theater
scared.
with
They
their
went to the
friends. and he
parking
told
lot.
his friend
Then
to
they
hold
see
on, and he
Jimenez
went to the car
running
and
to
grab a
his
gun.
car, getting in, and speeding off. The
Oh, he
bodies
sped
of
off.
the 2 teens weren't found up until the cleaning crew came up, which is
Oh shit!
odd.
Yeah, he went in
Like,
there. He
no one
killed his
heard a
homies and he
gunshot, like,
skirted
2
off,
gunshots
and
in
the cleaning
in
crew
movie
found the
theater.
bodies.
Anyway, both of the teens were killed quote-unquote execution style. So Jimenez went
Execution
behind
style
their
too. What the fuck
seats,
does that even mean, bro?
aimed his gun at the back of Anthony's head, and shot and killed him. When he killed
Like,
Anthony,
back of the head?
Riley reacted horrified, and then he shot her in the
Ain't that
head
like
as
back of the
well.
head?
Riley died at the scene, and
I think
Anthony
so.
was on life
Say you
support
gotta
for
fart?
a
Bro, I don't
couple of
have
days
fart.
until
Tripping.
eventually
Tripping.
dying. When explaining why he did it, he says that voices
Hey,
were
this is
telling him.
Like back of the head, right? She said back of the head, right? God damn, that's crazy. Damn, has your mom killed somebody? Your mom killed somebody for sure. It was in Phoenix. Looks like this. At least this a guy. Look. Yeah, he skirted off, and the cleaning crew found his his two friends. They were friends too. That's crazy, bro. They're friends.
That by killing both of those two teenagers, he would be saving the world. Claire Miller. Claire Miller is a 14-year-old girl that murdered her disabled sister Helen that had cerebral palsy, a disorder that affects a person's posture, muscles, and balance. We actually
Never said I was 17.
covered this
Chat,
topic on
everyone
the
knows
channel
I'm 20.
when
You said what?
it happened back in February. And I also remember that this was an interesting case because there wasn't really like
They said
a
it was
reason.
an empty ass
there
theater.
wasn't
Like, you
really
ever been to a movie
reason.
theater and it's
So
like
I'm
empty
gonna let
as
my
hell? It
past
was like
self
that.
explain
And
to you
then
guys
you
that.
just
At
went
1 in
to
the
the car,
morning,
got
the
the gun,
police got a
shot
phone call from Claire herself saying that
Hey,
she
bro,
just
bro,
murdered her
he
older
probably
sister.
did,
Her
right?
older sister was 19 years old and she was wheelchair bound, so she had a disability, but it doesn't really say what disability she had. So it says here that Claire hysterically called 911 and just admitted to murdering her sister, and when the police arrived, they noticed that she had tried washing the blood that was on her hands in the snow on the ground. So I guess there was just bloody snow everywhere, and they had found a knife inside of the older sister's neck.
Yeah.
I forgot. I was pull up, meet me at Einstein Bagels. Across the street from Braswell, right? In front of his neighborhood.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm already going to Chick-fil-A. He didn't even leave his neighborhood yet, bro. I was like, dude, you could have waited, bro. And just met me.
Name of the older sister
Glazinator?
was
What's a
Helen Miller. I don't want to
glazinator?
just like not mention her name. And since this happened in 1 in the morning,
No, I'm
it
just talking
says
about
here
when
that
you
the
said
parents were
it.
asleep.
That
I
shit was
don't know how
fire
you
as
could
fuck.
sleep through a
Yo,
murder.
what's up,
You know, we don't know that many
The real
details, and I
clips?
honestly don't really want to cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that shit
They
on
are
shorts, though, for
charging her
real.
for murder
That shit's
as an
funny as
adult.
fuck.
She's not being charged as a minor. She's being
fucking
charged as a full adult. So
the
she's gonna get these
back-
consequences, bro. She's probably gonna get like
Bro, that
life
shit
in
was
prison or 100+ years type
Listen
stuff.
to Cow-
It's obviously
Cowbell
that this
Warrior?
Claire girl has a
Fuck
mental
is that?
disability. Like, no one just murders out of nowhere. Even in her
Bro, he's a
mugshot, like, she
puss.
looks like she's not fully there. Okay, cool. Let's head on to the next
Probably
topic.
with his femboy boyfriend.
Nicola Priest. This is by far one of the worst things I'm gonna talk about on the channel. So this woman from the UK named
Yo,
Nicola
Jay, you probably
Priest
watched
would
it.
post TikToks mourning her dead daughter. Her daughter seemed to be like about 2, and I'm sure when people saw this on their For You page, they would like, leave loving comments like, "Oh no, you're strong, you're gonna be strong." Come to find out, this woman actually murdered her own kid, and then went on TikTok post mourning her own daughter. People found this out because you can actually search her up in public records, and it says there that she murdered
Bro started
her
working
kid.
out for
She
the
only got
first week,
15
don't
years in
act.
prison, which
Come on,
is so
chill out,
fucking
bro.
weird. Why? So yeah, when that information came out, it flipped the story on its head. Now people see this woman as a demon because that's what she is. And if you go back and watch some of the videos, her account is still up, by the way. If you
Hey.
go back and watch some of the videos, it's so fucking creepy seeing, like, just knowing what happened and then seeing that she's acting like she didn't fucking kill her own daughter.
Hey, Jay, I'm pulling up later.
What time? Bro, I gotta go to work in an hour.
9:30.
Alright, cool. Alright. He's how much you in a beige? I ain't working
CP.
out. He's
I'm
just
not gonna
chilling there
explain
looking at
what CP is,
Latinas.
but CP is available on TikTok.
Yo, he's
Whether
not
it
even
be
working out, bro.
creeps,
He's just there on
young
his
little girls
phone.
to message them, or
Chilling.
little girls going out
Bro,
of their way to
bro,
slide
it's
into
not
their
doing
DMs.
shit.
I'm not lying. I can't fucking believe I'm serious. There are so many grown,
Who give a
disgusting
fuck?
ass men
Oh,
that
hope he is.
are on TikTok just looking for children. So
Yo,
the
he know
most
his
I can
ass
say is just
going to the
protect your
bathroom, put
children.
water on his forehead and shit.
All right, yeah,
Like,
that
I
was
ain't
that
doing
was
shit.
that was the iceberg. You guys, let me know if you guys want part 2. If you guys want a part 2, you guys are gonna have to let me know a lot more information. Let me know what I missed. Maybe there's some crazy
Cooper,
topics that I missed.
I bet Cooper's
let me
just
know
like, bro.
what you
Yes,
guys wanna
fucking
see.
air.
You know,
What the fuck
I
is
like
this
icebergs.
called?
I really like. Even this is the second one
No,
on the channel.
the fucking
last
headphones.
one performed amazing, getting over 100,000 views. So I hope this could also have 100,000 views. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't
The
already.
ones that
I
he
think I
got,
earned your
Apple.
subscription. Make sure to like.
Yeah,
Hope I earned
but
your
he looks
likes
sped as
well.
fuck with
And,
those on. But I
follow
feel
me
like
on
people that
Instagram,
have
bro,
those on, they look
because
sped, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
I be lit on Instagram. We're at
I hate
84,000
those
subscribers
headphones,
right
bro.
now.
The Apple, what they call not Apple Visions, bro. The Apple headsets, bro. Forgot what they're called.
Jacob has one. I was like, man, what the hell?
Wait, Jacob has one?
Yeah, I guess Caroline has one and bought him one too.
I never knew he had one. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, bro? If you wear, you probably don't wear that shit, bro. You look like you have right the little bust. So you wear that shit. I don't know. I don't like them.
Who wear that, bro?
They look ugly, right? Like they look ugly as fuck.
Like, sketch.
And they're like $1,000. How much is like 4 fucking almost a rack? No, they're probably like 500, 600 probably. I don't know how much they are.
Almost at 90,000. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I hope you guys watch it all the way through. And if you're watching this, then
There comes a time in every creator's life when they say,
I've got an idea for a t-shirt.
I have an idea for a
Hey,
poster.
let me see Apple.
I see phone cases.
but then
I'm gonna go to Apple. real
that
quick.
creative doubt creeps in.
I'm gonna see how much
I
they
wanna make a
are.
drill.
The answer to all your production questions is
What are they? Oh, they're called the.
just upload
The fuck?
or
I just saw
create
one.
your product design.
Voila! That's my phone case.
Oh, AirPod
Over
Max.
these templates.
Oh, they're $600.
Now,
But with taxes,
sell
see,
your
bro, probably
product.
like $800.
Gelato will produce and ship. And get this, Gelato handles all your fulfillment.
It's fully automated.
This product's going global.
They say glocal. We say
Gelato.
Gelato. Together
Oh,
we bring
fuck yeah.
creativity
Oh,
to
you can
life
put
and
engraving in
into
that shit.
business.
I would never. How much of the? I want. Bro, these are pretty fire.
From dog tags to diapers and everything in between. It's been a journey until I arrived at UCCS.
How much
where
are
I was
these?
able to pursue my possibilities and realize that it wasn't a matter of if I
$4
succeed,
grand.
it was a matter of when.
Bro, these are $4 grand. What do you mean? Oh yeah, he does a test on them. Yeah, I know. I've seen those.
creepypastas go as far back as the 1990s.
Do you think Cooper will buy that
Originally
shit?
began as chainmail. You know, the classic, forward this to 10 people or your dad will leave you, or something like that. Though they started taking off when the
That's
internet
like
became
some
more
crazy
mainstream,
ass
with the
shit to
term even
do.
coming from copy pasta. Get it? Copy pasta, copy and paste. Being born in 2002, I and many of my middle school friends were fascinated over the scary concepts of Squidward's suicide, the Russian sleep experiment, Mario, and many more. So I thought it would be a nice idea to compile every single original creepypasta story and read them all to you guys. Again, this is part 2. So if you think I missed any, they're probably in part 1. Part 1 did really good with about 75,000 likes, so if this video could reach 100,000 likes, that would be really cool. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Yes, it is still Tub, just with a different profile picture. I told you guys in the last video I was going to change the profile picture. So if you don't recognize me, well, I hope you start recognizing me more now. I knew fan art was going to be crazy with his new logo, and there will be a slideshow dedicated just to fan art at the end of the video.
Elon.
Yeah, here we are, volume 2 of creepypastas. I didn't know the first one was gonna do so good, so shout out to you guys for liking my reading voice, or I guess my voice in general. I do want to give full credit to creepypasta.com, as that is where I read directly from, and I do want to give credit to you guys because I went out of my way to ask you guys which stories you wanted me to read, and a lot of these are just from you guys. I am extremely open to doing volume 3. I love this series already. It's very nostalgic to me, and I hope it's nostalgic to you guys too. My goal for this series is to bring one, OG fans of creepypasta some happiness, I guess, from re-listening to these
It be
stories,
hidden?
and also showing the newcomers what we used to be hype about. And first story. Ronald McDonald House. I'm sure you've heard of the Ronald McDonald House charity. They provide housing for families of sick kids when they're in the hospital. Seems pretty innocent, right? Well, there's another side to the charity.
Yeah.
There's another type of Ronald McDonald House. One that not many people know about. There's one in most big cities. You won't find it by looking for it. It doesn't have an address. It doesn't even have a sign above the door or even windows. No. The only way you'll find it is if you're taken there. That's how I found out. I have never met my real parents. I've been in and out of foster families and group homes here in Detroit since I was a kid. I'm 15 now, and I'm what they refer to as a bad kid. I'm always causing trouble, always getting thrown out in place with another unsuspecting do-gooder who thinks they can help me, and I always prove them wrong. My caseworker sat across the black metal table, looking wary and frazzled. On the table between us was a thick letter-sized brown envelope.
I'm trying to find a new wallpaper.
Well, your reputation has preceded you, she said, and now you only have two options: military school in Lansing or the Ronald McDonald House, which has miraculously cleared you for acceptance. I don't have the patience for drill sergeants at 5 a.m., and how bad could a halfway house named after a fast food clown possibly be? Ronald McDonald House it was. Dark clouds loomed above me the day I climbed into the back of my caseworker's town car, my few belongings in a backpack and the clothes on my back. That's all I could take. One of the few belongings I had was a photo album filled with pictures of all the foster families I had been with. It was nice to remember some of them, even though I had royally fucked it up each time. I've had a few cases who went through the Ronald McDonald House. The caseworker
Hey, you
said
fuck on the wallpaper?
things went so well for those kids. I never had to transfer them anywhere else. In fact, the house took over their case files and everything. We drove into downtown Detroit, past all the familiar landmarks. I had been thrown out of one foster home just outside town because I snuck into downtown Detroit with some neighbor kids to sneak into a dive bar. Good times. Well, here we are. The car came to a stop. I looked out the window.
My grandma's right here.
Gray, windowless building, sandwiched between two other industrial buildings on a narrow city street. I noticed there was an address
Hey,
on the building to
man,
my left,
that's just fire.
one on the right, but none on this particular building. Not even a sign. Are you sure? I asked, hesitating as I opened the car door and climbed out of the back seat. I slung my backpack over my shoulder, clinging tightly to the strap, and followed the caseworker up to the windowless metal doors. She pressed the buzzer and spoke to someone inside, and the doors clicked to unlock. We walked in. As soon as the metal doors closed behind us, I noticed the pin drop silence. It was that sort of silence that's so oppressive and empty it almost deafens you. Across the dimly lit lobby, there was a glass window with someone inside. A secretary. She was turned away, typing something intently. We walked over to the window. The caseworker rang a bell on the counter, and the secretary spun around in her chair. Her face was painted like a clown, like Ronald McDonald. She even had the short, curly red hair. Otherwise, she wore a typical white nurse's dress. I wanted to laugh at how bizarre it was, but I couldn't. A chill swept down my spine. Something wasn't right. I watched as the nurse and my caseworker interacted. Paperwork was passed through the window. The caseworker slid my case file under the glass as the nurse slid her some papers to sign. As my caseworker signed the papers, the nurse looked at me. Her smile should have been warm and welcoming, but all I saw in her eyes was hunger. I can't stay here, I stammered loudly. Take me to the military school in Lansing, please. What's the matter, sweetie? The nurse asked, her voice muffled slightly behind the glass. Afraid of clowns? I looked into her hungry eyes. Now there was a malicious glint as she laughed. My caseworker laughed too and said, Now, don't overreact. You'd hate the military school. Besides, this will be good for you. Yes, said the clown nurse. This will be good for you. Before I could object, I heard a slam behind me. I spun around to see an open door in the far corner of the lobby. To the left of the front desk window, there was no one there, just a light that flooded in from the door. Then the creeping shadows, shrill echoing laughter and growing shadows along the wall inside the door. Oh, said the caseworker. Here comes the welcome committee. As I stared in horror, clutching the strap of my backpack, my caseworker patted me on the shoulder for the last time. Don't worry, honey. It'll be different this time. You'll feel right at home here. I promise. She turned to leave. I felt bile churning in my stomach. No, I said desperately. You can't leave me here. Oh no, I've got to get going. I never did like clowns. And with that, she left me there. The metal door slammed behind her, and I was alone. I faced the open doorway by the front desk again. The shadows had almost entered the room, and the piercing laughter was filling the lobby with sound. I ran for the front doors, pounded and yanked and pushed and screamed. Screamed for help. Screamed for my caseworker. Screamed for anyone. Please, God. I turned to see the nurse behind the glass smiling at me again. And then they entered, laughing all the while. A whole group of laughing nurses with clown faces and red hair. Some male, some female, but all with the same terrifying Ronald McDonald makeup. And in the dim light of the lobby, I could see the glint of metal tools in their hands. Coming up the rear was a pair of clown nurses rolling a metal table, complete with restraints. Get the fuck away from me, I screamed. I pounded at the metal doors again. Let me out of here. They surrounded me, grabbing me as I thrashed and screamed and tried to tear myself away. Laughing as I kicked and squirmed, they slammed me onto the rolling table and strapped me down. I looked around wildly. I was surrounded. Let me go! I screamed, twisting and turning and pulling at the restraints. They rolled me through the open doorway and down a seemingly endless white hallway. They laughed and laughed and laughed. They waved their shiny scalpels and razors and needles mere inches from my face, just to make me flinch and scream. This made them laugh even harder. The last thing I remember, before one of them finally injected me, was the hands. Gloved fingers prodding inside my mouth and pulling at the sides of my mouth, distorting my screams and forcing an unnatural grin onto my tear-streaked, sweaty face. Hot, rancid breath on my face, and the whispered, perverted voice speaking the words, "We love to see you smile." Then, as the maniacal laughter
Riley was good, boy.
down like a dying record player,
look at my new
everything
wallpaper,
faded to
Riley.
black.
Yo,
I
W
opened
or L
my
wallpaper,
eyes and
y'all?
was blinded by bright lights above above, shielding my groggy eyes from the fluorescent bulbs. I turned on my side and looked around. A cell, tall white walls, covered in scratch marks and stains. A small drain in the corner of the floor, my toilet perhaps. A door with no windows, and on the floor by the door, my backpack. And the moment I sat upright, my vision started spinning. Wonder what they drugged me with. I realized I was shivering. I looked down. I wasn't wearing my own clothes anymore. I was wearing a dirty, ripped hospital gown, bright yellow with a pattern of Ronald McDonald heads all over, nothing underneath. I heard faint, muffled sounds from somewhere in the building. It sounded like screams. I tried to stand, but I couldn't keep my balance. My vision was beginning to stabilize, but my body still felt like rubber. I sank to my knees and crawled over to my backpack. Before I got there, I tried to open the door. As expected, it was locked. I slumped onto the floor beside my backpack and unzipped it. All that remained inside was the photo album. They had taken my notebooks and pens and my cell phone. Of course they did. I rarely opened the photo album, but instead of the photos that had been in there, photos of myself and my previous foster families, photos where I had attempted to look happy and hopeful even though I knew I wouldn't be there for long. Instead of those photos, they were like crime scene photos. And in each one, I recognized one of my former foster families, brutally murdered and covered in blood. My heart raced and my stomach churned. I began to turn the pages quicker. Each page a new photo, a new family, new carnage. I recognized their faces and the inside of their homes. I had lived with all of these people, and now they were all dead. Came to the last few pages. A photo of a house at night, then a window of that house, then inside the house, a dark hallway with light coming from one doorway, then a photo of my caseworker brushing her teeth at her bathroom mirror, then a photo of her looking at the camera in horror, then a photo of the caseworker naked, covered in her own blood, contorted into an unnatural position in her bathtub. I turned to the last page. Written inside of the back cover of the photo album were 3 words: "You never existed." I felt bile rising in my stomach. I threw the book to the ground and crawled over to the hole in the floor and vomited. They were right. Having killed everyone who ever knew me, it was as though I never existed. I heard more faint screaming in the distance. I knew I had to get out. I wiped the vomit off my face with my hospital gown and crawled back over to my backpack. Hopefully they hadn't found my secret weapon. I unzipped the front pocket.
Yeah, we go play, bro. Popping on Fortnite right now. Yeah, we can play right now. Let me warm up real quick with a solo build. Then we can play some 0 builds. No, I dropped my VOP. Yeah, this place needs to get cleaned up. It's right now, bro. I'm on a phone call right now, Riley. We can just play, we just play without the mics, bro. I wanna see, like, I'm on a phone call. No, you good, Riley. Appreciate for understanding, bro. What happened? Who's here? Yo, what's up, Tommy? Grind. I'm in your game. Oh yes, sir. Grind. I have to oil up now. Greasy? Was it like a drop? That he ass haircut. Maybe you get some pictures on your dick. Oh, you're on? Alright, babe, bro. I'm gonna check this game. Guys, go watch it. Yo, Tommy, yo, guys, Riley. Go comment on my last video. I ain't comment on the hell yet. I know some. I ain't did that shit yet. Go do it. You'll grow 2 inches. $2.6. Let the bodies hit the flow. Let the bodies hit the flow. Yeah. Oh, there's like nobody here, bro. Alright, eliminate tallest ant. Where the fuck is bro at? Alright. Nah, we'll keep this. all showering together. Banana. Banana. Unicorn fart. Stop it. Stop it. Going to Anaju. Fuck is William? Stop it. Harry. Stop it, Harry. Yo, is that you, Norway? Guys, yo, guys, before y'all invite me, bro, y'all gotta let me know who it is, bro. I'm just gonna unadd y'all. My bad, y'all. I just don't know who it is. Y'all gotta let me know who it is first, so y'all spam. Oh, God. You getting off? Oh my God, I'm so ass. Oh my God. Alright, bet. Yeah, we can play, bro. We're gonna play zero builds, I think. Where did bro let it go? Bro, it's so bad. That was so bad. That was so bad. That was so bad. Yo, let me call you back. Hold up. Hello? Yeah? Huh? Not yet. Why? Yeah? Hey, is the car? Where are they gonna jump off the car? Alright. Let's get it. Is Riley on? Oh, Jupiter. Okay, let's get it. Bro, leave your solo, Joe. Leave your solo, Riley. Leave your solo. Leave your solo. Leave your solo. Leave your solo. Leave your game, blood.
The day I saw the video of your dingling.
It changed my mindset of my dingling.
Moan for me.
Yo, thank you so much, baby. That means a lot for me. Thank you. I'm gonna come on your face. I'm going to come on your face. Thank you for that, baby. You didn't have to do that. I love you. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm gonna eat his ass like a cupcake. Video. The day I saw a video of your dingling, it amazed me to change the mindset of my dingling. Oh yeah, yeah, zero bill. Yo, put it on zero bill. I don't know what the fuck is that. Get out that. Oh. Oh yeah. Get it. Oh. The day I saw the video of your dingling, it made me change the mindset of my dingling. Appreciate the $3, baby. I love you. Who's Unicorn for? Chat, who is that? Bro, is that somebody in here? I don't think that's somebody in here, bro. If I don't know, it's whatever. Bro, who is this guy, bro? I don't know who this is. Man, Riley likes boys. That moan was low. Hell yeah, bro. You know that shit was moaning. Oh yeah. The day I saw the mindset of my dingling. Yo, what's up, Peterson? What's up, my guy? The day I saw the mindset. Yo, W dono sound though, y'all. Yeah, that shit was hard as fuck. But I love my new donation sound. Bro. That shit fire. Right, that's how you drive the bus. Riley drinks the gay potion. Back to work from EG's. Love you, though, brother. Yes, sir, man. I love you, baby. Don't do that. Wait, what did he say? I didn't hear what he said. I dare you to do something? What you dare me to do? Riley drinks the gay potion on every day. A train? What? Green stuff named grass? No, I don't like grass. What element do you like to use? What does that mean? He took the AR, it was for you. Oh, was it? Get some damn sunshine. Damn. You are my sunshine. My only sunshine. Are you in school right now, though, bro? What are you doing? Most likely. You are my sunshine. My only sunshine. You make me happy. The skies are gray. Earth, air, water, fire. Oh, talking about like that. The fire's pretty cool, bro. I don't like the air. Oh, no builds. Jupiter. I like the air. I like the water side though, but I like the air. No. I mean the fucking. What's this shit called? Fire. Fire's pretty cool. Buddy, come here. Come here. Someone just nut. Bro, just finding bosses. That's all over there. Yo, Riley, why you killing bots, bro? Riley's killing bots, y'all. Because it's pubs. Chickens. Brief accepted. Brief accepted. Come fart shit bubble. Let's get it. Bitch. Move! Move, motherfucker! Yo, fuck no, I'm getting my own kills. Bro, that's what I'm trying to do my own thing, bro. Back off. No, I'm not gonna drink that shit. Bro, this water is so fucking slow. I'm sorry. Leave me. Bro, why the fuck are they on my ass, bro? Bro. Jumping down. I'm 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 jumping down. Bro, why'd you go up, bro? Trash. You got your first girlfriend. Oh, wow. Good job, bro. Gay potion. Edging. Yo, Riley, I'm gonna edge off to you, bro. Oh my God, Riley, I'm edging. Hey. But who's he rebooting? It better not be me, bro. If it's me, it's over with. Where, bro? I'm rolling a blunt. Okay, you think you're him? Oh, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. Oh, you're gonna come. Pull off the reboot! Ooh. When I was in high school, I was a reject. I was a poser. I swear I mean well. I'm still going to hell. Witchcraft. Love chants. Whisper in my ear. Put me in a trance. Cocaine all night long. Would I die, bury me with all my ice on? Would I die, bury me with all my ice on? Would I die, bury me without the lights on? Night lights, close up, baby, I got good words. Finally! Damn. GG! I remember my first time when I was eating butts. Oh, yeah, I gotta go in the next 8 minutes, so I can't play another game. Later tonight, we'll get on more Fortnite for sure. And if not, I have my backup account. I might be a little busy about it, and I'll let the Discord know. I'll let you know too, Riley. I'm gonna play some videos right before I end stream. You know, like black.com and shit. Black.com. Stay! Alright! If you didn't have that yee ass haircut, maybe get some bitches on your dick, bro. Sit your ass back over there, bro. If you didn't have that yee ass haircut, hey! I'll have some bitches on your dick. Get rid of that yee ass haircut. I'm coming on. I love the world cause I'm no. Oh shit, my bad, yo.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Curse of Chucky, released direct-to-video in 2013. That's right, direct-to-video. How did that happen?
Well, honestly, I think what happened was that Seed of Chucky didn't do very well. So it's probably really on me.
Seed of Chucky's comedic detour was, by most accounts, a disaster. It was trashed by fans and critics alike, and made half as much at the box office as Bride. Still, I think it's insulting that Curse of Chucky didn't get a theatrical release, especially because it's so good. And yeah, maybe Seed wasn't, but neither was Curse of Michael Myers, Freddy's Dead, or Jason Goes to Hell. But those guys kept getting big screen sequels, probably because the studios could try again with new filmmakers. After a disappointment like Seed, most writer-directors would be removed from a franchise. But Chucky producer David Kirshner stayed loyal to Don Mancini and kept him on board. I'm guessing that's why Curse was downgraded to the home video studio Universal 1440. I'm sure they would have preferred replacing Mancini with someone they could easier push around. Mancini was just happy to have another chance, and he definitely made the most of it. Knowing that fans wanted to see a scary Chucky again, he returned the killer doll to its horror roots. For a time, he and Kirshner briefly considered remaking the first movie, but MGM still had the rights to the OG Child's Play, and besides, doing something the same again has never been Mancini's style.
And I never wanted to be so repetitive that you just like know the story before you even sit down in the theater.
In addition to its small screen release, Curse was given the smallest budget of the series. For reference, the original Child's Play budget was $9 million. Parts 2 and 3 and Seed were given $12 to $13 million, and The Popular Bride was made with a budget of $25 million. Curse, on the other hand, $5 million. That's a huge downgrade, especially since those animatronics ain't cheap. Mancini's response was to adapt and spend wisely, and make Curse as an old dark house film, a subgenre of gothic haunted house movies inspired by James Whale's 1932 film of the same name.
And it was concentrating all of our resources in this one location so that we were just in the studio all the time, and that really helped us make the most of that limited budget and schedule.
Inside the house are a bunch of mostly selfish characters who scheme and plot against each other for financial and personal gain. It creates a powder keg with a red-headed doll for a fuse. I think the cast is phenomenal, with everyone understanding their characters and the movie's tone perfectly. They also all had very positive things to say about each other.
He's working on a lot of different cylinders. There's a lot of stuff firing off. She gives so much in a scene.
She's just very professional. She's committed. She's focused on what she's doing.
I had the time of my life.
Goes to show how friendly Mancini's set was. He was much more comfortable making Curse than Seed, which was out of his comfort zone. Curse of Chucky was intended to work for new viewers of the series, even while including many of its tropes.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend till the end.
That one's a classic.
It's almost like a proto-requel. It's not really a requel, since it definitely doesn't erase the other sequels, but it puts them aside temporarily in order to establish new characters. It's a tonal reboot at the very least, scaling back its zaniness and returning to pure horror. The kills are less stylized than those in Bride and Seed, and are meant to be more realistic for a doll to have accomplished. But don't worry, sick fucks, the blood isn't lacking. This may have the most gore of the franchise so far. Can Chucky muster up some theatrical kills in his first home video appearance? Let's find out and get to them. The movie begins with a delivery truck on its way to a spooky house. The owner of this creepy abode is wine mom Sarah Pierce, who lives there with Nika, her paraplegic daughter. Orphan Black's Jordan Gavaris delivers them a package from an unknown sender. The characters are clueless to its contents, but we know that box is good guy sized. Sure enough, inside is Chucky, rocking a slightly new appearance, but one that's closer to his classic look. He's also rocking some classic lines.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sarah don't want to play, so she chucks that good guy in the garbage. That night, Nika's awakened by her mother screaming and searches the house in a nightgown inspired by Amy Irving's and Brian De Palma's The Fury. She finds a deep red pool of blood that leads to her mother's body, which we see in silhouette as Nika calls 911. We'll see later, Sarah was stabbed by Chucky with a pair of oversized scissors. The camera pulls back a little further to reveal a seated Chucky and a title, wait for it, card. Sarah's apparent suicide brings around Nika's type A older sister, Barb.
How could she do that for me?
You got the wrong doll, Nika. Barb is played by Danielle Basutti, who horror fans may recognize as the woman in white from Insidious 2. She's also a sort of legacy member of the Chucky family. Her uncle was a producer on the first film, and her dad did set dressing on part 3. She remembers meeting Don Mancini as a teenager on part 3's carnival set. Of course, the real legacy casting here is with Nika, played by Brad Dourif's daughter, Fiona. She had originally auditioned for Barb, but Mancini decided to give her the starring role. Fiona was excited to get it, since the franchise had always been important to her.
He's been a part of my identity my whole life. The fact that I'm the seed of Chucky was the coolest thing about dating me in high school, period. You know, and I like capitalized on it.
She was also pumped to work with her dad.
It was really cool shooting this movie with my dad.
Brad, in turn, couldn't have been more proud of his daughter.
The big difference is that my daughter's playing the lead in this.
Yeah.
And which makes it probably quadruply exciting for me.
I think Nika Pierce is just as good an addition as Tiffany Valentine. Fiona Dourif is great in the role, giving the character an intelligence and strength that makes it easy to root for her. I've only met Ms. Dourif once, but from my brief interaction with her, she seemed genuine and down to earth. All the behind-the-scenes stuff I watched only confirmed that impression. Barb has brought along her husband Ian and daughter Alice, our cute kid stand-in for the movie. She's also brought along their live-in nanny Jill and their priest Father Frank, much to the chagrin of the atheistic Nika.
The church's official response to a situation like this is not to judge, but to pity.
My mother and I have had quite enough pity, thank you.
Father Frank is played by A. Martinez, not sure which one. Barb wants to sell the house and put Nika in an assisted care facility, but Nika rightly surmises that Barb's just trying to get some cash money. To be fair, Nika, she's dealing with a lot.
We're gonna have to send Alice to public school.
Alice could use some extra schooling, since her response to getting jump scared by Chucky in the bathroom is to cuddle him close like a germy little teddy bear. She brings him downstairs to show off to her family, a difficult task for first-time actress Summer Howell, since the doll weighed nearly 50 pounds. Despite Barb's protests, Nika tells Alice she can keep the toy, which gets Chucky dreaming about requiems. Fed up with being babied by her sister, Nika insists on making dinner for everyone. Alice volunteers as sous chef. Chucky hangs around for moral support. Nika attacks some killer tomatoes for a pot of home-style chili, but this ain't no Pixar film, and a clandestine Chucky decides to turn one of these bowls into some anti-ratatouille. The chili cone carnage is slotted into this Russian roulette wheel of a dinner table. It's one of my favorite shots. The camera spins around, turning the table into a revolver with the 6 dinner plates as chambers. Who's gonna bite the bullet though? The spinning has us all confused. Is it oafish husband Ian?
Oh my god.
What?
This is amazing.
Is it cutesy child Alice?
It tastes funny.
Is it the random priest that's here? Father Oh yeah, it's definitely that guy. The perturbed priest wipes sweat from his brow, but excuses himself before anything fun can happen. Chucky's real peeved about missing the show. But hold on, Chuck, because now we're at a car crash that's
Yo, what's up,
killed
Moon
2
Lover?
people, unnamed passengers of another car. The cause of the accident is Father Frank, whose head-on collision has been chalked up to drunk driving. Officer Stanton here don't buy that though.
I know him. I'm in his parish. He doesn't drink anymore.
You sure about that?
He's my sponsor.
He finds Frank pinned by his neck and demands they try to pull him out. Big mistake. Huge, since that metal was the only thing holding him together. Guess that makes this a head-off collision. I love that the movie fakes you out, suggesting that Father Frank will die of poison off screen. It'd be such a lame kill to kick off the carnage, and Mancini knows that, which is why he had the poisoning lead to this gnarly car crash instead. Key makeup artist Douglas Morrow built a rig that would spray blood out around A. Martinez's neck. Then they fabricated an absolutely amazing fake head. Seriously, that thing is impressive. Looks just like him.
It's a pretty trippy thing.
Back at the house,
Yeah,
the
I've
adults
been
watch some
tripping
old
the
home
fuck
movies
out.
from when Sarah was pregnant with Mia. There's a sinister presence in this reel, but it ain't Bagul. It's Charles Lee Ray. Ooh, with the Hawaiian shirt. Aloha, my brother. Before we can unravel that plot thread, Alice runs in and says Chucky's gone AWOL for a game of hide and seek. Barb dispatches Jill to find the doll while Alice gets ready for bed. The nanny looks around for Chucky, but only finds dolls in the suitcase and dolls in the closet. Damn, this house is dripping with dolls. Dripping with something else too, turns out, because Barb and Jill are having an affair. It's revealed in the kitchen when they start Nanny McFeeling each other up. The first act has several shots suggesting that Father Ian is having an affair with Jill, but Mancini subverts expectations with a sapphic twist, giving the infidelity arc to Barb instead. At least Ian gets a couch potato pal. Nika finds Chucky sitting next to him and offers to return the toy to Alice. An extended overhead shot does a great job showing off Fiona Dourif's adeptness with the wheelchair. It comes from a previous role she had as a paraplegic in After the Fall. For that Hallmark movie, she trained to the point where she was wheeling around malls by herself. Mancini said it was a big part of casting her, since he was so impressed by her handling. After taking the elevator to the second floor, Nika gives the doll back to Alice. Instead of thanking her, Barb implies Nika shouldn't be living in this house by herself, not only due to her use of a wheelchair, but also because of a heart condition she has that can be triggered by stress. Hope Nika's not afraid of storms then, like Alice is. The thunderbolts and lightning are very, very frightening, but she finds no comfort in the devil put inside her sheets.
Chucky, I'm scared.
You fucking should be.
Just like in the original Child's Play, the first time we hear Brad Dourif voicing Chucky is literally halfway through the film. He recorded all his lines a couple of months before production began, and before his daughter was ever cast.
Your family was always my favorite. And now,
Wait, it wasn't Charles? That's gay.
last one standing, so to speak.
That dialogue was then programmed into the Chucky animatronic by returning puppeteer Tony Gardner.
We actually pre-record
He was in the movie. He got killed.
all the animatronic movement in the face from the nose down.
When that was done, the puppet heads used servo motors designed by Peter Shabako. Other times, though, they'd move Chucky's mouth like a simple hand puppet. Nika calls the delivery company and finds out the doll was sent from an evidence depository. But the storm knocks out the phone signal before she can probe any further. Sorry, Nika, but with a haunted mansion like this, you're just asking for a thunderstorm. The Pierce's creepy Victorian mansion is the centerpiece to Curse of Chucky.
It's creepy in a cool way. The floor is not always pretty looking.
While the exterior was a bed and breakfast in Winnipeg, you idiot, the interiors were all a giant set built on a soundstage in the same province. Production designer Craig Sandels built the dark, oppressive space to reflect the negative energy put out by most of the characters. It's a great horror set, and everyone working together on it helped the production's positive vibes.
It was so much fun shooting on that set.
When the power returns, Nika investigates more with an internet search. She gets a rundown of the previous film's events and sees a face familiar to us, Andy Barclays. Upstairs, Jill strips down for a naughty video call with Barb. These two about to have the lowest pink cybersex session of all time. Pretty messed up how cavalier they are about it, though. Barb, your husband's literally right next to you in bed, and your daughter's sleeping 10 feet behind your boob. Fuck. Jill misses a classic Chucky scare as he scurries behind her and pays the price when he uses some leaky rainwater to kick her bucket. The puddle spills over and electrocutes her thanks to a very poorly placed floor outlet. This kill was inspired by a similar death in 1987's The Believers, although Jill's is a little more eye-popping. The shocking death knocks out the house's power. Barb gets out of bed to check on Alice, but Ian suspects she has ulterior motives.
She might need me.
Who exactly might need you?
This crummy situation is what you get for cheating in bed, Barb. She tries to feign innocence, but Ian reveals he hit a nanny cam in Chucky earlier. He intends on checking the footage for infidelity, I guess after he catches some more Z's. Good job, Ian. You're finally becoming a character. Jill's kill also glitches out Nika's computer, but not before she pulls up a photo of a Fabio-looking Charles Lee Ray. She connects the face to their home videos and realizes that something's up with the creepy doll. Barb's found the doll near the stairs to the attic and misinterprets Nika's warning as a conversation about Ian's nanny cam. Angry that her sister didn't tell her about the spy cam, she heads towards the attic to look for Alice. With the elevator out and her sister in danger, Nika resorts to dragging herself upstairs. Hell yeah, Nika, work them tries! Barb doesn't find Alice, but she does find Chucky with a knife stuffed in his overalls. She also notices some schmutz on his face. Here, let me get that for you, honey. The plastic peels away to reveal oozy Frankenstein stitches. Chucky's been wearing a doll disguise, which is why he looks weird and different. He was covering up the scars scars from Bride and Seed, though they're made less prominent in this movie. I'm not sure why his cover-up all of a sudden wasn't blended very well, but at least we're maintaining continuity here. With his cover blown, Chucky springs to life and holds Barb at knife point, shedding the rest of his face like this were Mission Impossible. He hits her with his favorite Harry Potter quote,
"You have your mother's eyes."
Although he alters it to an R-rated ending.
"And they were always too
fucking close together!" Nika makes it to the second story just in time to see a bloody eyeball bounce down the stairs. It's a slasher twist on the famous shot from The Changeling, which is probably referenced as much as the Shining axe attack. Barb's stunt double staggers into frame, then tumbles down into Nika, revealing that she's dead, with a facial injury that looks like a real eyesore. For this kill, another fake head was created that they could use for close-ups of the eye stabbing. This head is fine, but I think they got the fake eyeball's iris color wrong. We see a crystal blue eye roll down the stairs, whereas Danielle Basutti has green eyes. In any case, the prosthetic they put over Basutti's face looks solid. I'm sure it was uncomfortable to wear, but it really looks like her eye is missing. The Tickle Me Terror reveals himself to Nika and descends the stairs in the only shot of the movie that uses a fully CG Chucky. Now Nika knows this doll is alive, and he's honking threats at her like a goose. Nika wheels her way into Ian's room and wakes him up. He quickly takes stock of the situation and decides to get the fuck out of there. He slow-mo carries Nika down the staircase as the awesome score plays, done by OG Evil Dead composer Joseph Loduca. Ian gets Nika back into her chair and wheels her to the garage, narrowly missing a peekaboo playmate around the corner. Ian runs off to find Alice, giving Chucky a chance to sneak in for a Paranormal Activity 4 attack. He revs the family car till it turns Christine crimson, filling the room with carbon monoxide. Nika ain't looking to end her life at Midsummer, so she attacks the good guy with a nearby hatchet. Ian walks in on her, screaming at a seemingly inanimate doll, and her manic behavior causes him to blame her for all the death.
Oh my god. Nico, what have you done? You in position yet?
Working on it.
The stress of the night finally catches up to Nika, who begins having a heart attack due to her condition. She has some medication for this kind of scenario, but Ian doesn't help her. He instead allows her to pass out as Chucky watches in the background. She wakes up in a sticky situation, getting the Freddy Lounge treatment for Ian while he demands to know where his daughter is. He decides to review the nanny cam footage to look for Alice, and discovers what Chucky gets up to when the parents aren't looking.
This is the best game of hide and seek ever.
Just keep your fucking mouth shut.
A loudly labeled live feed shows Chucky creeping up on the duo, but slow-ass motherfucking Ian takes too long to figure things out. Chucky uses Nika as a battering ram to knock him to the ground. As Nika watches, Chucky strolls up to the fallen Ian. He gives him a jaw-dropping death and prepares him to take over ruling Underland. God, that exposed tongue is seriously nasty stuff. Actor Brennan Elliott had to get his head life cast for this, and as someone who recently went through the process, it's not comfortable, I tell you what. Worth it for another great fake head though, with a disgusting missing jaw. Chucky tries to give the same treatment to Nika, but she takes the hit with her leg like a badass. This of course was done with a prosthetic leg, which was easily hidden beneath Fiona's clothes. Chucky can't pull the sword from the bone, but Nika of the Round Table is more than worthy, so she bats that boy away and lops his head off like he were the Green Knight. That might have been enough to put him down in seed, but this Chucky's back to his classic resilient self. While Nika catches her breath, Chucky sits up like Mattel Myers and tops himself back off. He then grabs Nika's wheelchair and runs her off the second floor in an homage to Maggie's death from the original. This dreamlike fall, beautifully captured in slow motion, was a practical stunt performed under stunt coordinator Rick Skeen. The stunt performer was Kristen Sawatsky, who doubled for Fiona Dourif and Danielle Basutti. Sawatsky came from a dance background, giving her the knowledge of how to move her body through space. During this two-story fall, they kept the wheelchair on a tether to make sure it wouldn't land on her. Chucky makes his way down to the injured Nika in an awesome two-story crane shot. Having Chucky lay low for so long did wonders for Mancini's direction. In Seed, the dolls were front and focal for most of the film, and because they were complicated animatronics, all the shots had to be designed around their limitations. With Chucky back in the shadows, Mancini gets to flex his skills and move the camera around more, emulating his filmmaking heroes like Bava, Argento, and De Palma. In this staircase shot, Chucky's played by Debbie Lee Carrington, who doubled Tiffany in Bride and had a scene as herself in Seed, although it was ultimately cut. She seemed to really enjoy the experience.
Once you put the head on and the overalls and you're given any weapon, whether it's the knife or the axe, it's fun.
When Carrington stepped into Chucky's shoes, they had to be scaled up, as did the rest of his outfit.
No, you're good, bro.
Plenty of work on its own. Adele Berta hand-knit every Chucky sweater they used, one at a time.
To make one sweater for Chucky, it usually takes me about a week.
As always, the effects team put in a ton of work to create the many Chucky dolls, which Gardner based on producer David Kirshner's original model from Child's Play. The latest advancements in technology allowed the puppeteers to work closer to the character, since they could be digitally removed from the footage later. But even after 25 years, the little bastard's still a diva.
Chucky's gotta fly away. Chucky didn't hit his mark. Chucky's not finding his light. Chucky's blocking.
He's Chucky. And Chucky gets 14 takes.
All the attention to detail.
Alright, y'all, I think I gotta end it here. Yeah, I'll see y'all later tonight, alright? Make sure y'all keep the bell on. I'll see y'all around like 8, 9 o'clock Eastern.